Hi there. My name is Dominus Rex Joseph, and I'm currently struggling for um, justice through the Supreme Court of British Columbia. Um, I just want to explain everything surrounding this circumstance. So, I do have a YouTube channel that has content that is me having fun and trying to entertain people, as well as a similar Twitch channel. So I have a YouTube channel that is named something jokingly. I have a Twitch channel that this will be present on, and this content will be present on my Twitch channel, my YouTube channel, my Facebook, and other places online, as well as certain materials will be available via hard copy upon request. So I started all of my YouTube channel, my Twitch channel, and the rest of my entertainment-oriented output because I have reached a situation, I have reached a circumstance in my life where I have I have little recourse other than to try everything that I can because I just I I feel as if everything's out of my hands. It's in the hands of other people. So from my perspective, uh, choices are being made for me outside of my control. Choices are being made about me that I can't do anything about. So I started to create entertainment-based content in the hope to just generally gain popularity because I figured that whatever it is that I'm trying to address in a serious way is only going to really matter if there's enough people that are actually listening to it and enough people that are paying attention to it. So I generated and created all of this entertainment-based content, much of it it's very joking content, because I thought that it might just connect with people, and then maybe they would listen to what I have to say on a serious level after I had gained some attention from them. So, in addition, it would be my intention to entertain people, to have fun, to create digital media, to be a multifaceted artist and creative type in many ways, if I wasn't obligated by fate to address the serious underpinnings that I am going to get into later on in this video. And it's a complicated and far-reaching legal situation, both a civil and a criminal legal situation in relation to my identity. So I've tried to create all of this content because that's what I would like to do. Like, I would like to be like an entertainer or an artist or a YouTuber or a combination of all three. I'm very interested in a lot of different intellectual things. But I have been drawn into this circumstance by fate and by the choices of others. So I at this present juncture, I cannot continue to do anything else until I see true resolution of the issue that I'm attempting to address now. So my Vimeo account does contain serious content. My Vimeo account is under one Mr. Dominus underscore Rex Joseph. That's Mr. Dominus underscore Rex space Joseph, as seen here. So this is my Vimeo account, and any actual serious considerations should be present on my Vimeo account for people to consider. There are a couple of public videos available via my Vimeo account right now. So if you want deeper insight into the specifics of some of the things that I'm going to address here, please reference some of the other content on this Vimeo account. So in a general way, I think people need to reflect upon how institutions of justice govern society and the serious implications and ramifications of that reality. And I think that it is very common that people in opposition of a government in any way, shape, or form would either cower away from the threat that government poses to them and feel like they aren't able to speak according to their own true opinions, or they would behave in violence and revolution, and also see great penalty. So from my perspective, people are so disillusioned with the justice system as it exists because it is so corrupt, because it is so inherently unjust to them, that there is very little faith in the justice system, and anyone who would examine these issues would be forced into the circumstance as I am right now. And so that's kind of what brings us to our current juncture. So I want to shed light both on the rights of citizens in Canada under the law, and the ability of the justice system to actually uphold those rights, the ability of the justice system to actually exact fair, equitable, and equal justice for human beings and citizens. And I can only do this from my particular vantage point, my particular perspective on my direct experience dealing with the justice system. And the first thing that comes to mind is that public defenders, there are typically publicly defending lawyers. And in my case, none of the public defenders were willing to do their job for me, and that's what forced me into the situation. So I think independently of whether the public defenders feel as if I have merit or not, I would say that there are a number of different points of precedent, number of different legal facts that would strongly attest to the merit of my position, the merit of all of my legal efforts through the Supreme Court of British Columbia. There's numerous points of legal precedent, and there are numerous perspectives on hard evidence and the trial proceedings that could lead us to an acquittal in this case. There's a lot of different things that could lead to my successful judgment in a straightforward way, a successful rendering of a judgment in my favor. But thus far, it's very difficult to do so as an individual who's fairly far removed outside of this immediate motivation. Personally and preceding this, professionally, I had absolutely, no knowledge, understanding, or any familiarity with any dimensions of law, especially centralized to the city and the province and the city, and the specifics of the legislation and rules that apply to my specific case and my legal encumbrance here. So I just hope that anybody who even is listening to this or could consider such matters wouldn't hesitate to contact me and just let me know that they're there. I'm going to attempt to focus upon this one issue until I see resolution to this issue, because from my perspective, if I'm going to give up and go do something else, then I'm going to have to give up on that as well. This is the end of the line for me personally, professionally, spiritually, everything. This is the end of the line. I cannot fail at what I'm attempting to do here and then succeed at anything else, because from my perspective, it's failure that has led me to this circumstance. So if anybody cares about the intricacies of law, both civil and criminal in British Columbia, if anybody cares about a margin of human rights and justice in the face of established government, in the face of what can often seem very and feel very unjust, I urge that you would join me here for the long haul, and we can see this through. Essentially, what I intend to do is review every piece of written content pertaining to my case files as is registered with the CanLE legal system. I then would reference the original documentation in transcript as well as in terms of the judge's reasons and the other written documentation surrounding my conviction. And I would then also lean to, and I will steer myself toward my civil action against the perpetuators of all of the actions against me. So they have attacked me through the law. I mean, the opposition to me, both sociopolitically and legally, has offered their attack upon me, and I have filed a civil claim in response to their motions against me. And all of the facts and all of the information that pertains, well, I won't disclose anything that I don't feel comfortable with disclosing. Like I will disclose certain information here, and I will maybe retract it. But if anybody has any interest in such matters, or feels that they might be able to lend me any advice, or they just want to talk, Facebook Messenger is ideal, but you can also reach out to me just in the comments here. And I'm going to continue to focus upon this until I'm done here. And hopefully, if I'm able to see myself through, then I could retroactively manage all the disclosure of any information that any parties feel should be retracted or contained quite expeditiously. So people have expressed to me that they feel great concerns about disclosure in such context. But as somebody, like, I'm running for political office myself, so like I'm running for city councilor, and I feel that full disclosure to the public is a great way to keep things in check. I mean, like, if we're talking about full disclosure at all times on behalf of government and administrative actions, it's difficult because you can't conduct government administrative actions without privacy, but at the same time, you can't really pursue that high degree of justice and equality and fairness without disclosure to the public. So it's a real balance. If anybody has any thoughts on it, never hesitate to let me know. I'm just going to continue to focus on this without any recourse to any other things that I have interest in or any other possibilities until. So it'd be great to chat. I would love to chat with anyone at the British Columbia Civil Liberties Association. I would love to chat with any lawyer at all. I would love to chat with anybody who has any thoughts on it, and I will continue to disclose different content and consolidate different legal argument here for consideration of the public and for communication to appropriate parties. Thanks. Cheers.